sure I didn't just take a picture of myself, which I did 3 times before I hit the video and started to record the video. Hi, friends. Oh, hello, friends, new friends, old friends. Come one, come all. I tell ya, it's Monday. It's Monday, August something. It's Monday. It's Monday. Oh, so it was just a slightly frustrating, overwhelming day, and I thought to myself, what a better way to remedy that than to spend some time with friends talking about something that we all love, which is cross stitch. So if you're just finding me, I am Julian Stitches, 16, Julian Stitches, Julie_in_stitches_16 on Instagram. I hope I have that right this time. I can never remember any of my handles, but they're in the description box. Julian 16, Julie in Stitches 16, that's my name, at gmail.com is my email. Like I say usually at the end, but you know, let's strike that and reverse it this time. Please always feel free to reach out to me with questions, concerns, comments, all nice things, please. All nice things. Just, you know, let's all just live by the old adage, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all, right? Yeah. Okay. Let me collect my thoughts for a minute. I made some notes. I'm kind of doing this just like because, oh, Sally's outside. Wildlife warblings. Fawns are still coming. Right now it's just a doe, and they're getting bigger and losing, their spots are starting to fade just a little bit, so they're gonna be grown up, but they know where to find the food. Come to my house. Anyways, okay, where was I? Life's been a little crazy. What's new? And then we will be busy here for another few weeks. We're going on a camping trip. And then moving my son back to college. So it was now or never. It was now or never. So I would rather not have never, so it's now. So I am going to apologize in advance for the discombobulation and possibly the confusion. But if you've watched me before, that you kind of know that's what you get when you come to see me. So I have some really exciting things to share, some exciting things that happened, places that I went, people that I met and saw, and I have some projects. And I had so many new starts that I forgot about one of my new starts until I was looking through some of my project bags, and I found a new start that I never wrote down, that I forgot that I started. Oh, that's a problem, right? But a good problem. That's a good problem to have when you can't remember your starts. So, bird babble, wildlife warblings. Birds are exiting the building. Darn it. I mean, the winter birds are still here and will remain here, and there's a few more chickadees now. There's more nuthatches. There's more of my favorite, the tufted titmouse. They are coming out of the trees, out of their nests. A barrage of hummingbirds, more hummingbirds than normal, and I think they're, you know, I'm trying to keep their food fresh and filled and the feeders clean, because I know that they are filling up for their long journey, which is amazing and mind-blowing to me that hummingbirds fly thousands of miles. It's still a mystery. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, kind of how they get across the Gulf of Mexico, since they have to eat like every 2 minutes. but I believe that, I know we had 2 couples for most of the summer. I believe they had children. Their children are now here eating as well, and maybe a few more came from other houses. I don't know, but there's more, and they are hungry. So I'm making sure that they're well fed for their long journey. And the deer and the bird. Oh yeah, and we had and I can't figure out what they are. I won't get my bird book out right now while I'm here on video with all of you, but we literally hundreds. I think they were a swallow of some type, but I am not sure. But for probably over an hour this evening, they were just everywhere. I didn't know if I should take cover if the birds know something that I didn't, but I'm pretty sure they're eating bugs, which is great. Come eat my bugs. But yeah, they're gone now. But I think a swallow. Don't quote me. If I figure it out before I post this, which might not be till tomorrow, it's Tuesday, you'll probably see this pop up on Tuesday. Then I'll tell you I'll tell you if I figured it out. But it was pretty amazing. There were hundreds. There were hundreds flying over the yard and in the treetops, and it was beautiful, and I loved it. But it was also a little concerning because I didn't know what was going on at first. Like, are you guys running from something? Should I run? Anyways, all right. Fawns are growing, getting some independence. Sometimes the fawns will stay in the yard, mom will leave, and they'll stay and eat until, of course, I gotta let my dogs out because they can only hold it so long, and then they run away. But all right, so and other nature nuances. We got bird babble, wildlife warblings, and nature nuances. Does that work for everybody? I had a passion flower bloom. Those of you that are my friends on the Instagram saw that I posted this. This is a passion flower. Oh, that's not going to show. Yeah, the lighting's not going to be great because it's 7:47. They are rated to zone 7 or 8, and we're zone 4A or 4B. So I planted this not in hopes that it would come back next year, but I'm certainly going to give it a try. And I didn't really plant it in the sunniest spot. It gets sun till about noon or so, and then the bottom half gets sun a little bit longer. But I had a bloom, finally. And it is gorgeous and is beautiful, and they're big. They're about the size of my hand. That's kind of probably pretty true to size. Wow. If anybody wants to design a cross stitch pattern of this flower, Sarah, wink wink, I would not be mad about that. Yeah, and the vines, it grew. My husband's like, I am going to take a piece of fencing and put it on the garage so that thing has some place to be, because it is growing amok onto the roof. It's attaching itself everywhere. It's now crossed 6-8 feet across in front of the doors. Yeah. The other flower that's doing well that I'm very happy about are my hibiscus, which these are a tropical variety, I believe, but I have them in a pot, and I am going to try to bring them in and winter them indoors and take them back outside next year because the hummingbirds love them and they are gorgeous. That's just a gorgeous flower. Okay. All right. We did birds, animals, and plants. Oh, don't shut that. I'm going to need that. Again, this is just going to be what it is, you guys, because if I don't just do it and post it, I don't get it done, and I like to be here with you. So thank you for understanding. All right. All right, I'm going to go down my list so I don't take all night either, which I never make promises. That you guys know that. When I do this, my screen keeps going dark. I like talking to my computer, so quit timing out on me. Anyways, okay, new friends on Flosstube. I just want to share with you a couple new Flosstubers that I have come across that I have enjoyed, and I think that maybe you would enjoy too. So check them out. The first one's called Julie's Stitching Journey. I was thinking about this the other day. There are a poop ton of Julies in the cross stitch community on Flosstube, Instagram. Like, there's a Julie around every corner. There's so many Julies that I enjoyed. Running with Scissors? Jane and Julie. Love them. Oh my gosh, you guys, them too. Watch laughter. They remind me of me and my cousin. Their banter. I love it. Okay, so Julie's Stitching Journey. She's a fellow Wisconsinite. I believe she lives down by the Milwaukee area. Has just a few videos, and she's delightful. She works on a variety of projects. She is kind of finding her feel. Like, she just started a project on 40 count, and she was scared, and like those of us that have been there and can understand. So I was giving her some encouragement, like, you can do it, and I came back to cross stitch. I only knew 14 count Ada, like so many of us, and then we discover all the things, and then there we go, and there goes our bank accounts. Next is Allie Z is Crafty. Cam the Stitcher mentioned her in her Flosstube, so I went and checked her out, and I love her. I love her. She is so genuine. She is so personable. She is an advocate and an ally, and does what she loves, works on what she loves when she wants. Just love it. Love it. She's great. Go check her out. I'll link them below. Okay, next. So a few weekends ago, I went on a little adventure to meet some friends who I had not had the pleasure of yet meeting in person, but we have chatted quite a bit on the, cross-stitch virtual forums, what have you, Flosstube, Instagram. And we decided to have our own little mini retreat in Davenport, Iowa. We called ourselves the Quad Cities Stitchers. Our Quad Cities Needle Minders. I'm already, it's Monday and it's at night. Saddle up. Quad Cities Needle Minders. So Miriam from Marroomy designs Marroomy Crafts, Nithya from Daybreak Stitchery, and Sarah from ModCross, and I all met and had a wonderful about 24 hours-ish of talking all things cross-stitch, about our lives, laughing, eating, and even a little bit of stitching. Have you ever met people in person and just felt like you've known them your whole life? Like, there was nothing uncomfortable. We didn't skip a beat in our discussions or our conversations. Hugs were happening. Just you found your tribe. It filled my heart with joy. It filled my cup. Ladies, I still cannot thank you enough for being you. Thank you. And I'll share a little bit more about things from that retreat and other things that happened from that retreat later. Oh, just sentences. So on my way to Iowa, I stopped in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. There's a little shop called the Witchery Stitchery, and it is a cross stitch shop. And it is a delightful lady named Mary Ellen who owns it. She helped me hunt down some work basket patterns for Miriam and I even found 4 copies of one pattern that I shared with all of us at the retreat. So maybe that's a future stitch along. Beautiful store. Lovely lady. She does a lot of finishing if you're looking for finishing. I do not believe she has a big online presence, but if you call the Witchery Stitchery, you can definitely look up that number in Mount Horeb. She primarily, she has supplies in her store, obviously. So many patterns, so much floss. Fabric was limited to either 16 count Aida or 32 count linen. That's all she stocked there. But she does some beautiful finishing. So I encourage you to check that out if you're looking for a finisher. Then, because I went a day early. And why I went a day early is because I wanted to go to Moline, Illinois, one of the Quad Cities, because there's a little shop in Moline, Illinois called Be Stitch Me. Need I say more? Oh my gosh, you guys. I blacked out. I lost my mind. I walked out. I got to my hotel room and I took inventory and I was like, what did I just do? What did I just do? Well, first of all, I got there late because I spent a little too much time in Mount Horeb at the Witchery Stitchery, so it was 3:15. Brandy closes at 4. I didn't want to, keep her open. The lovely person that was working in the front, who was super duper helpful and very, very enabling. And I can't remember her name, and I always feel bad about that. I'm great with faces and not so good with names. She helped me. There was only a few people in there. Brandy came out. I got to meet Brandy. She is wonderful and delightful and very, very kind. I asked, it was funny because her daughter was there, and I asked, I don't know how old she is. She's young, pre-10, let's say. And I asked if they suggested a good place to eat for dinner. And so, the lovely person that was helping me in the front went into the back, and I heard the little girl say, the gas station. So they came back out because they had to explain to me because I was laughing, and they're like, whenever she's here working with Brandy in the shop, they go, they'll let her run to the they'll run her to the gas station and let her pick out treats and snacks. So her suggestion to me, the best place to eat was a gas station, which I thought was super cute. So yeah. Next on my list, before I forget, and so I don't get babbling into my projects and such, StitchCon announced. I'm really thinking about it for next year. I'm a little, scared and apprehensive to go do that by myself. But if you're going, tell me. And then which weekend are you considering? Tell me, comment. My husband has family that live in Ohio by Dayton and Columbus, so I told him, I said, you could drop me off by Cincinnati, go spend time with your family, and then pick me up. Right? Easy peasy. I don't know, but yes, let me know. I considered it this last year for this year and didn't pull the trigger, but now I really just feel like I want to meet more of you, and I know that it will be fun. So let me know. Let me know if you're going and what weekend. Blackout again. No blackouts. All right. Fully finishes. I have some fully finishes. I did it. I did it. I'm just going to go in order of the pile. I'm not going to probably make sense out of most of this. And some of these have to go to different piles because they already have projects in them. So here we go. I stitched up. I didn't. Well, I did because sewing is stitching, right? You're putting sewing stitches in with your sewing machine. Some little needle books. I am new to the sewing hobby craft, but I put a little felt in there. I kept this one for myself. I gave some to the girls at the retreat in my little gift bags for them. This one I made out of some Save the Planet material because you know me, it's all about the earth. Yeah, I think they turned out kind of cute for my first adventure into some little Ort catchers, people call these, needle books. Yeah, so I'll put them in my project bags. Or, you know, whatever. I made my first pillow. My first pillow, you guys. My baby. My firstborn. My firstborn pillow. Every day is Earth Day every day. This is from the Emma Condren Cross Stitch for the Earth book that I am currently working on another project out of. I did not bring it out. This is also my firstborn linen stitch. So this was my first ever. This was a 28 count. I got it at the Country Sampler. The lovely ladies there helped me pick out a linen as a starter linen. A starter linen. So I don't even remember what kind it is, to tell you the truth, or the color or anything. So this was my first linen stitch made into my first ever pillow. And it has that same material on the back. Save the Earth, save the planet. Because how fitting, right? So I have a pillow. My firstborn. I love it and cuddle it. I made the project bag out of the Nevertheless She Persisted pattern that I finished. That was a freebie. I can't remember who from. So I turned it into a project bag because I'm all about trying to find useful things to do with some of my finishes instead of them just hanging on my bulletin board. The inner fabric is just another purple. The reason why the front is green batik and the back is rainbow batik is because I only had fat quarters. I followed Helen D's tutorial for this bag. Thank you, Miriam, again for suggesting that to me. And yeah, it was really easy. You can see where I had to stitch together pieces. Whatever, it's mine. It's mine, right? It's mine. And then I gotta remember what this is housing so I know what pile to put it in. Oh yeah. New start. New start. Next project bag, also housing another new start. Did I show this on my last video as a finish? Had I finished it? Or was I almost done? I cannot recall. It rubs the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again. Silence of the Lambs, one of my favorite movies ever. So some of these moths look like the death moths. Look at. So yeah, just Joann's. Purple fabric up here. I did have 2 fat quarters. This I used Elizabeth Ann Stitch. Yes, right? Her tutorial. So just purple on the inside, more moth on that, purple. Nope, I have bats down here because I didn't have enough of the purple. I'm new to the sewing and fabric buying realms of crafting. Also new starts. Then I just, because I had the cutting boards out and I had the measuring thing apparatuses and the sewing machine ready to go, I just said, I'm making another bag, and I am unsure and unclear why I do not, why I do not have a Grateful Dead bag yet, because I am a hippie at heart, and I love the Grateful Dead. So here we are, dancing bears with some tie-dye. And some tie-dye in the middle. And I actually had enough because I had a yard of that. And then I had little pieces left over. I just made a little notions bag too. Again, Elizabeth Ann can stitch. This I just modified the Helen D zip top pattern to this size. Those do not have new starts in them. But they probably will before the month is over, because August is start all the things month, I guess. I dyed some of my own fabric. I was playing because there's a pattern that I will show you that I wasn't satisfied with the color of any of my fabrics, so I dyed my own. I'm still like playing with this and honing my skills, but this is just a little piece. It's, I think, a 46 count. That I did like some blues and grayish purples. Don't know what I'll use it for yet, but something. This was, I started the pattern that I'll show you that I dyed a different piece of fabric. I had dyed this one and I love this, but it's also 46 count, and it was just too, I wanted this to be a little bigger and a little bolder. But I love the way that this came out. Love it. So now I gotta frog that out so I can use it for something else. Yeah, I think I used a big 46 count and just like went to town. This is another one that I thought might be great for some Halloween patterns, because I got the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue, and one of the patterns for sure that I'm going to stitch from my friend Sarah at ModCross would look brilliant on this. Brilliant, I tell you. Love it. This was 22 count, and I needed a sky looking, and I can't remember for what pattern, because I can't remember for what pattern. We talked about this last time, like, this is not a steel cage, it is aluminum. Cross-check me, correct me nicely, please, because I don't know. Sometimes their information leaves the building. Okay, look at this one. This was probably my favorite, and I really need to find a cool Halloween pattern. This is 46 count, and I don't know if Halloween Quakers will fit on this piece or not, but if it does, if I can measure it out, this, ladies and gentlemen and good people of the earth, may be my Halloween Quakers fabric. Because I couldn't believe I did this. Like, I did that. I couldn't believe it. Surprises. Sometimes you surprise yourself. You just gotta try. You never know until you try. Right? No thank you, bite. Fabric dyeing. Alright. Is that it? Thread beds, Grateful Dead bag. Dyed my own fabric. It rubs the lotion. Fully finishes. Ding! Ding! Okay, I can move that over off my book so I can look at more stuff. Alright, new starts. Let me take a drink. Kind of wanted to do this in an order, but I think I might have buried things. Okay. Since I went to Be Stitch Me and overindulged, literally, gluttony, cross-stitch gluttony happened that day, I wanted to commemorate that day by starting a pattern that I kitted up at Be Stitch Me. So I bought Ink Circles Forest Path, because why would I not? I do not believe I have another Ink Circles on the go right now. Yes, I do. Dog's declaration. Just forgetful, not a liar. So Forest Path, I am using a piece of 46 count cold foam from Stitch Me. And oh boy, there's my whopping start. Literally in the hotel in the super duper bad lighting, I put those stitches in. I got myself a Bestitch Me needle minder. And I got myself some Bestitch Me silks. And one, because I just wasn't finding one for one of the colors that I really liked. I have a Classic Color Works in there. Nope. Yep. Gentle Arts. But all the rest are Brandy Silks. Oh, they're so nice. They're so nice to pet. They're pettable. Pettable floss. That's how you guys should advertise some of your flosses, as pettable. I don't know why I had that one in there. Maybe because I needed a dark green. That was it. For this, the outside of the green looks black in the model, but it's not. It's like a dark green. So that's why I picked Garden Gate. Oh, my fingernails are dirty. I was picking stuff out of my garden in my defense before I decided to do this. Because I'm hoping that the zucchinis had their last hurrah. Oh, there's so many zucchinis, so little time. So little time. I did, however, make the most delicious brownies using zucchini, and I only made those because my friend Sarah made those at our retreat, and I literally ate them for breakfast, lunch, and supper on Monday when we left. I had one for breakfast, I had one for lunch when I was driving, and I had another one for dinner when I got home. Vegetables. I was getting my vegetables. And they were vegan. She used all good things were in there. They were delicious. Oh my gosh. And the ones I made were not quite as good as hers, but they were still good. Like 6 cups of zucchini, so moist. So moist. So good. Okay. Am I done with that one? I think so. Now I gotta figure out where to put the done. Okay. My Stitchery Witchery store start, commemorate that. Although I'm only using the pattern of the model that I saw there and not the flosses and everything else. Oh, this bag also has another. So this is the material I used on the thread beds, orc catchers, whatever strikes your fancy to call these, for the my Quad Cities Stitcher friends. So I have one of those in there. Okay. This is called A Fine Estate by Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks. This is not the only pattern of theirs that I bought. It looks pretty unassuming on the cover in this model. However, I'm going to show you the model that was on the wall at the Witchery Stitchery. And I hope that this does it justice. Seriously. To see that in person, I have a guest, and I can't pause in this app. So he's going to come in and say hello. And then he's going to leave so I don't lose my train of thought at 8:13 p.m.
Keep going. I'll watch.
This is Jarek. Everyone say hi. Hi, Jarek.
Hi.
This model literally almost took my breath away. And the picture on my iPad is not even doing it justice. And you guys know that when you see them in person. Like, I need to go into cross-stitch stores and put blinders on so I'm not looking up at the walls. Because when I see the models, that's what gets me. And then I have 8 starts. I know I don't have to explain. I'm using the called for floss because it is all DMC. And these are, this is a European designer, and Mary Ellen was explaining to me that they chart in DMC. So no flancy floss is necessary. So here's my DMCs. So pretty. Oh, those colors together. So I, again, could not find a green, like the model, that I liked in my fabric stash. So I dyed a piece of, well, I dyed that piece of 46 count in it. So I went down. I think that shrunk, though, in my defense. That shrunk in the dyeing process. So I dyed a piece of 22 count Hardanger Ada, and here is my start. And oh, I hope that's zooming in for you guys since I can't see what I'm doing. I love it. I love this so much. I love this so much. I love it so much. Oh, and I got this awesome, look at this turquoise needle minder at Stitch Me. That was super cool. Yeah. I love it. I got this Whisper, and I've never used it before. To maybe, we'll see how it works out, because I know that if I put this in, I'm probably not going to have fun ripping it out, so I'm going to have to be careful. Like in the dandelion seed heads, I thought that that would be a nice little accent. Yeah? Yeah? All right. So that was my witchery stitchery start. Witchery stitchery start. The mouse ran up the clack. The clacks are going and down he run. Witchery stitchery start. Okay, we're gonna make up nursery rhymes today. That'll be the theme of this. Making up nursery rhymes. In my me made It Rubs the Lotion bag, I have my Stitchy for Witchy starts. If you do not know about Stitchy for Witchy, please go look up the hashtag group of our loving, giving, awesome words, cross-stitch community members got together to start the hashtag Stitchy for Witchy. Meg, who is the Witchy Stitcher, is battling a rare form of blood cancer, and we need to really get to a cure. That's what I'm going to say about that. As a member of the medical community, it saddens me. And knowing friends, having family members, just went through a cancer battle with my dad. Cancer sucks, man. It sucks. So if you can go support the Witchy Stitcher, please do so. And then if you start something, please use the hashtag Stitchy for Witchy. So my first start for Meg is, well, Clarice, have the lamb stopped screaming? That was a poor imitation. I am using a piece of 40 count or 46. Can't remember. Did I put a card in here? I didn't, because I think I'm running out of cards. Murky, which the piece that I got was way too dark for my Halloween Quakers, so I knew I wasn't going to use it for that, but this is perfect. And then on the bottom of the murky, because I have all this murky, and I have another half of it too, so I can do more, I am going to do her version of It Rubs the Lotion. So this will be the companion piece to the lamb screaming, And then I will figure out how to finish those together. Get some, maybe some thrifted spooky frames. Right? I also bought, because let's do the time warp again. Oh, that was really bad today. I'm sorry, no more singing for me today. I'm congested. I see you shiver with anticipation. Of course. You guys, my brain. What is the play, the movie? Oh my gosh. Okay, moving on. It'll come to me and I will be super embarrassed that just fell out of my brain. Like, it literally just said, no, you can't think of movie names anymore. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Anything Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'll want to stitch it. Will I actually have time to ever stitch everything I see? No, but I'll want to. Okay, in this bag we have gifts and goodies and patterns and starts from our Quad City Stitcher Retreat. So I'm just gonna lay a few things out here so I can show you some of the stuff, because it's all very nice. And then I'll be right back with you. Oh my gosh, and I'm pretty much making a mess. Girls, ladies, and gentlemen, and friends, I am going to forget everything that everybody gave me, and it might not all still be in this bag, so I'm just going to apologize in advance, but I think I've got a pretty good grasp on what we're doing. What's this? Dinky Dies. Oh, that's for that. Okay. All right. First, Miriam, the talented and amazing and brilliantly smiling Miriam, designed us an exclusive pattern. I almost cried. Called Birds of a Feather. Birds of a feather flock together, and then she put the Farsi version, which translates to pigeons stick together, hawks stick to other hawks, birds of a feather fly together, to commemorate our first retreat, because we are birds of a feather. So here is my start. I am stitching this on a piece of Jessie Mislaid Pages fabric that Miriam gifted to us. She had some ornament cuts from Jessie. Their fabric is brilliant and awesome, and oh my god, I got a bird box. I got a bird box. So excited. I'm so excited for the bird box. Because Jessie will have 2 of their fabric pieces in there. I need to get more. So this is an 18 count. I am kind of going a little rogue with the colors, but it will have meaning as it comes together, and I will explain that more as I go. Quick. Miriam also made us some thread beds. Look at thread bed. Sewing is much better than mine. Thank you. She also gifted us some silks. Oh my gosh, and I forgot to write down the name of the dyer who she got these from. But I'm excited to use them. Look at how shiny and brilliant these are. How pretty. So she had like 3 big hanks, so we split them between ourselves. amongst ourselves. We also got a Threadworks number 1138. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. And this was kind of a combination of all of our favorite colors of DMC that we told each other. Next, Sarah gave us each a pattern that she knew would have meaning to us. So she gave me the hummingbird sampler. Thank you, thank you. Heart in hand, so I had to start that. This is on a number 12 Stitch Co. 40 count in the colorway Sea Mist, and that is a Dinky Dyes in the colorway Pine. So I got a little green on green action going on there. I think I might do the hummingbird in a more like shiny, brilliant green, so it stands out a little bit more. But thank you, Sarah. I also started the hummingbird, and I think I'm just going to do the hummingbird itself. This is another Jessie fabric, Mislaid pages, in that Threadworks. And I think I'm just going to do the hummingbird by itself, and I'm not sure what it'll be. It'll be a small. Nithya shared with us her awesome cross-stitch journal that she put together that gave me so much inspiration. You guys, it was just so fun to like exchange ideas, and like somebody said, like the hive mind, you know, we were all helping each other with fabric choices. We watched Gary do one of his Garon Stitchery, part of his like 3-hour, like 3-part 3-hour a piece kit parade. What? Nithya gifted us each these classic color works that she picked out based on the names that had like meaning for all of us. So River Rocks, because we were by the Mississippi. Green Onion, for all of us that plant and garden. Prairie Grass, because we all live kind of in a prairie land. Oh, I'm going to show those next. I got this out of order. Oh, well. Blue Moon. Embers. Wisconsin Woods. She got for Wisconsin Woods. Ay, ay, ay. Storm Lake Sunrise. I believe that's a lake in Iowa. Am I right, everybody? Am I right? Purple Aster and macaroni and cheese. And Sarah has milk cows, so cheese pertains to her as well as me being from Wisconsin. And then look at these floss bobbins. She hand painted these. Oh, can you guys see? I'll just show a few. Look at these. Aren't those beautiful? Like, that's just gonna be bling, I think, on my floss drop rings, because I can't cover those with floss. Like, that is artistry. And then I have other flosses that I'm using, the DMCs. I'm using a combination of all of these in Miriam's pattern. So, as I said, you will see that as it comes together. We had a freebie table. We had a brag table. Yeah, it was so nice. It was, like I said, it really, really, really filled my cup. My cup overflowed. All right, moving on. Jeez, it's already getting long. Mine are never short. I'm just going to go with that. Next new start was, and I don't think I started this on my last floss tube. Let me just look at the date. I think I started it the day after. I did. No, the next week. The next week. Okay. So Miriam and I both on our hunt and journey for work basket patterns, we both had this one, so we had discussed starting it. God's Critters. I just call it Critters. My critters. And I started this on the 30th, and I am having a really hard time putting this down. This is on a 46 count. No. 40. Nope, 46. I was right the first time. Go with your gut. Go with your first instinct. 46 count piece of Be Stitch Me in the colorway Ledger, which I could find a million things to stitch on. I love this colorway. I bought another piece of this of Ledger in 20 count Ada when I was at her store. Yeah, so Screamin' start, and I want to stitch it all the time. Like, I gravitate, I'm trying to do a stitch a day. I am changing up the colors. So what were you called for in here? Sampler threads. So the dye lots, you guys, that isn't that Sampler Threads, Classic Colorworks, or the old, what they call them? No, I'm thinking a Crescent. Okay, so maybe Gentle Art Sampler Threads. That would be that. Anyways, I'm not using them. I'm using a couple. And then I picked out my own. And of course, you know, if I pick out my own threads, we're going to have some Cottage Garden. We are going to have a lot of Cottage Garden. I do have some Gentle Arts. Why did I forget what Gentle Arts were? It's Monday. It's 8:30. So there's a Leo and Roxy in here. Of course, there's a Night Stalkers Calling in here because there will always be. Oh, there's a couple. Imagine that. There is a Brandy, a Be Stitch Me Silk, and Cottage Garden, Cottage Garden, Cottage Garden. I love it. I love it. I have acquired a few more work basket patterns. I found a few more that I gifted to Miriam, and I stopped at the Witchery Stitchery in Mount Horeb again on my way home and went through all of her racks and found some that were hidden, and she gave them to me for clearance prices. I also got a few from my friend Justine at the Welcome Stitchery, who, by the way, acquired a bunch of old patterns. So if you have a unicorn that is no longer in print, give her a call, because her and Lynn are amazing and wonderful and helpful, and I cannot say enough good things about them. So go check it out. Next, this was Dee's 20 Stitches, an Uncanny Curry. Their exclusive pattern for Stitch North this year, which they decided to sell if they had some remaining copies. I can't remember exactly how that worked. I got the last one. When they put them out for sale, I put it on my Instagram story that I was so excited that I got a copy, and they messaged me and said, "You are one lucky duck." I said, "Lucky loon?" Because you got the last copy. So I got it in the mail yesterday. No, Saturday. Because yesterday was Sunday. And had to immediately start picking out flosses and fabric because I knew I was going to start. My intention was to start yesterday, but then life got in the way of that. And so I started this morning. This will be my homage to Canada. This is my homage to Canada. In a Shiba Designs bag. Frogs. Lake creatures. Postcard from Dee. They said, wow, you lucky duck. This is my last Toonies copy. Hope you enjoy every X. Love, D. Thanks, D. I will. I will love every X. I am one lucky duck. I'm a lucky loon. My flosses will be Leo and Roxy, Bryn and Needle. This is a Roxy Floss Co. And this is a Bryn and Needle. This is a Bryn and Needle. I'm doing, well, you'll see as I go because I haven't decided yet. But then, not only did they send me the pattern of which I got the last copy and the postcard, they also sent me these amazing floss drops. I don't know which I liked better, the pattern or the floss drops. Thanks again, Dee. That's awesome. So awesome. So, and in my last homage to Canada piece of the puzzle, this is Kaylee Tent Stitch, the sewing shop.ca fabric in the colorway, oh boy, I wrote it down, Impulsive Purple. So to me, this is, and this, the light's not doing this justice because it's really like a more rich, deeper reddish purple. Maybe if I hold it back or down. And this is like a murkier blue. So this is a lake in Wisconsin up north with me on a kayak looking at the loons in the sunset. And that's a blue-footed booby, and that's a Mad for Minders. Sorry, I don't think that's Canadian, but that's the only thing. But my accent's pretty Canadian. It's Wisconsin, so does that make up for the booby? So yeah, I am going to love this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to fly through this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to work on this tonight when we get off of here, because I was so excited and thrilled to get that. And apparently very, very lucky. Thank you, thank you. All right, other whips that I worked on. Pipevine Swallowtail. Just another Manning Monday. Whoa, whoa. Thank you, Sarah ModCross, for getting that stuck in my head on Monday. But in so doing, you made me work on this pattern. Oh, not that one. That's the next one I'm going to do. Do you guys want to see? That's a plan. I think that's the next Carolyn Manning I'm going to do. This is the one that I'm doing. Just chipping away, you know, one little square or two at a time. What am I doing this on? Oh no. This was an ornament cut that I got from number 12 Stitch Co. So it's 40 count and it doesn't have a name. And then I picked my own floss colors that were similar to the ones in the pattern, yet a little different, to have a little bit more of a Southwest theme, if you can recall. And I've got Color and Cotton, Cottage Garden. I even have an EMC in there. Oh, and they're a mess. They're a mess, but that is fitting for me tonight because here we are. Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. All right, next. I put ever so few stitches. Oh, if I could just get this border done. So this is the Greenhouse of Oddity sale. You guys have also, now it's completely filled in. Lola Crow, she just released the last part, the 11th planting, and I am still on the first. That is okay. That is okay. I am doing this on a fabric, a B-Stitch Me. It was called number 92, so I believe I won it in a fight. It's 18 count. And that is where I am. So I am so close to having the frame done. So close. I was working on it last night. And if I can just get the frame done, I think I'll fly through the rest because I will really enjoy doing all the plantings. I fail miserably on borders. And not the designer's fault. Like, keep designing the beautiful borders because they're beautiful borders. It's a me problem. I just get stuck. What I have found is well, you'll see it in the next project. So Dog's Declaration was a Whipco call last month in July. So I actually put in quite a bit of work on this. Ooh, where's that hair going? What I need to do, so here's Dog's Declaration. Ink circles, life, liberty, and the pursuit of squirrels. My dogs live for it. 40 count Tycho, which is the called for, and I am using, I know, I'm okay. I am using the called for threads. All of them, the Veldani. I did pick out some darker colors I've explained before, or different colors to match the dogs in my life. So here's where I am. So, the border on this changes. So you guys can see on the pattern, like down the borders change. They're not the same it's not one border, same border all the way around. So this maybe isn't the best example, but that did take me some time. Like, I don't know what it is. But as soon as I got in, as soon as I went in and said, I'm going to go in, I'm going to get away from the border, and I'm just going to go in and do some fun things, then I was flying. Then I was like, yeah, bring it on. So I have life, comma, and a bird, and an acorn, and a leaf, and 2 squirrels that look like they're fighting. And what is that? Is that a moth? And then I didn't put the dog in yet because, or that goes right here, because I'm deciding which dog of mine that needs to be. The dogs I'll probably save till last and then figure out how they're gonna, what colors they're gonna be. And you just heard Ringo. So I finished my 5-day required days. Required. What else was Whipco last month? Oh, knitting, which I haven't. I literally, you won't see any knitting today. I literally did like 8 rows on the sweater I was working on last time. I need to knit more though because winter is coming. It's going to be 115 heat factor heat. We have heat warnings for tomorrow. Not 100. Probably 100. They said between 105 and 109. That'll be fun for 3 days. And then it'll be winter because it's Wisconsin. Just wait 5 minutes. That's why I'm wearing a sweatshirt inside right now, because it's really cold in our house and it's still coolish outside. But tomorrow I will not be wearing a sweatshirt. What's this? Oh, that's for a different pattern. Strawberry Fields Forever. Whipco for this month was stitch any Beatles pattern or patterns. So I did. I picked Strawberry Fields. Seems to be, there's a lot of people working on this right now, and I'm very happy about that, and I love seeing everybody's progress. This is a pattern by Blackbird Design, Strawberry Fields Forever. It is, what number is this? 2nd in the Magical Mystery Tour. I have already finished Octopus's Garden, and I am also working right now on Yellow Submarine. And I will finish them all. Long and Winding Road, Eleanor Rigby. There's one more, isn't there? Blackbird. That's the other one. So, I am working on this on a piece of 46. Oh no, where's my card? The card has left the building, you guys. I believe this is 46 count. Nicholas Flamel, Thomas You can find him on Instagram and Etsy. He is Hungarian dyer. I've talked about him ad nauseum because his fabrics are glorious and he has really fast shipping. And I am using the Vicky Clayton hand-dyed silks. And when I said pet your floss, I mean pet your floss. Oh my gosh. This is like, who needs a stress ball? Just leave this on your desk at work. So she gives you this little, they come on spools such as, well, this was a mystery color that I bought. So this is a lot. This is a big, this is 25 yards. That's 8.5, I think she gives you. It's more than DMC, I want to say. So it comes on a spool. So I put mine on thread drops. These are on Adam Hart because thank you everybody, all the influencers out there. You know what got me? You know what got me? Bridgen and Michelle Bendy. You know what got me? The clickety click. When you guys show these and they like clickety click, it was like, I loved hearing it. I do like them though. I love them. I really do. I just got another order in today. Just the clear ones. So, and then this was just a piece of paper that I self-laminated with her color conversion from the colors on the chart. Why I pulled out that other piece of fabric in here is because I am also kitting up, and I was going to start this in June because June to me was Stitch All the Strawberries and I didn't do it. But Stitch Man, it's coming. It's coming. And this is another Let Me Take You Down Strawberry Fields pattern. But look at the tree. Who do we see? A little John Lennon for you and for me. I'm a poet. I'm a poet. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know it. Alright. I'm losing it. Okay. That is it for whips. That's it. That's all I worked on. Yay! Starts, whips. I am not going to show you guys all my haul because it would literally, I'd have to do a Gary and have 3 videos. What I am going to show you are a few things that I have. One that I had planned to start this weekend. A happy mail. And for free for me. For free for me. For me. For free. My for free for you and for me this time, this episode, I found stitchingthenightaway.com, who is Loretta Oliver, and she has these awesome and amazing semicolon patterns. This story isn't over yet. And not only does she, this pattern is free, she gives you the National Suicide Prevention Hotline information with the pattern that you can share or that you can have. Or you call me if you are feeling down or depressed, or reach out or get a hold of me and I will talk to you because you matter and you're awesome and you're amazing and I love you. So awesome. And then she has just the semicolon also for free for me, and I will be stitching these for sure. I have this tattoo, and under the tattoo it says this too shall pass. It's on the back of my neck. I have a semicolon and this too shall pass. So go check those out. I'll link them. stitchingthenightaway.com. Thank you. Happy mail. It's actually a prize that I won. I shouldn't say that, right? I don't know what I can say. I won. Ding, 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 ding. Cam the Stitcher was giving away her copy of 1905 Bird by Michelle Bendy Stitchy. I love this. I've looked at this over and over again, and never pulled the trigger. I'm not sure why, but here I won it. Thanks, Cam. And not only did she send me the pattern, she sent me fabric. And the coolest little thanks. No, thank you, Cam. Don't thank me. Thank you for winning, Julie. You're welcome. Thanks. And then she wrote me a really sweet little note. This is 36 count baked clay by Fox and Rabbit, and I think that's what Michelle calls for, if I remember correctly. And then I just want to show you, just Cam, I hope this is okay. I'll cover up your words. Look at that. Look at the little clown she drew me. Oh my god, that brought the biggest smile to my face today, and I really, really needed it. Like, thank you, Cam. Your mail came at exactly the right time. She said, here's a little clown for ya. And speaking of Cam, man, again, just another genuine soul, good soul, with some amazing stitching. One of the most, like, outstanding eyes for color. Just a great person, real, down to earth. I think that she would be, if I met her, it would be like we knew each other forever too. Like old friends. And Cam, we will someday. Let's make that a point. Love you, girl. Next was, oh yeah, I got this. This is a purchase. This is a haul. This is a haul and a plan. It's a haul and a plan all rolled into one. But wait. So, I got this bag from Stitch Toolbox on Etsy. Please don't mind my post-it so I remembered what to say. It's a camping bag, and we're happy campers. Sometimes we're not so happy when it's raining, but most of the time we're happy to be camping. She has mystery bag sets every month. She had extras of this one, so I knew what it was. It wasn't a mystery to me, so I went out and got it because it was camping themed. I didn't know all of the ingredients that came with it. All the ingredients. We're gonna just go with ingredients tonight. So the ingredient number one was this camping pattern from Twin Peak Primitive. And isn't that freaking cool? Look at that. I will stitch that. And this really super fun needle minder of this little like VW bus camper with some palm trees. Oh, hey, thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and positive energy to Hawaii and now to Mexico, Southern California, any humans and animals and nature in the wake of Hurricane Hillary. God damn it. Climate change. Okay, I won't be on my high horse. But in this, that I'm going to take those two things out now that I've shown you in the camping bag. I am going to put the project that I am starting while I'm camping. Allie Z Crafty, who I mentioned at the beginning that I found, thanks to Cam, who I just mentioned. A full circle. That was just a full circle. They do Owl Forest Fridays. Owl Forest Fridays. I hope that's right, you guys. Okay. Hashtag Owl Forest Fridays. If it's not, then we'll just go with it. No, I'm kidding. Go check her Instagram and confirm that. But I believe that is correct. So I have, and I can't show you, hold on. It's on here. I had bought this whole kit some time ago. Forest. Enchanted Forest. Oh boy, this is going to be great when I put it together. So why would I not start that on our camping trip? So their patterns are a little unruly, large. If anybody has any suggestions on how to tame this, I would love to hear it. Like, I know, like, on these other pages, you can cut out the smaller parts, but then what do you do? Put them together, back together in a large piece of paper? Like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Their threads are amazing. Like I said, I got in this whole kit. I am currently in process of, so here's some of them. And these did not have the number that corresponded. They just had the symbol. Here, I'll hold some. Oh, I'll hold a few up in a crazy manner. So, I'm not even showing you. They have the symbol. So that's the symbol in the chart. My fingernails are really dirty. Oh, there's going to be so many fun titles for this video. So I am transferring them to some Adam Hart floss bobbins, and I'm just cutting out the symbol and taping it on. And then I'm also, there is a number, so if I use their threads, because I'll do this on a 40 or a 46 count, so I'll have threads left over, I would hope, right? I have the number in case they are used in other Owl Forest embroidery patterns. If I talk really slow, I'll remember what I need to say. All right. So I'm going to save some. I'm going to actually, you guys, like gluttony for real. Let me see what I really wanted to show you to enable you. Or not. I can show you my Night Stalkers calling because I'll feel bad if I don't mention them. It was Disney villains theme this month. So I see Ursula, and I can't think of the names of the other ones, but I love Ursula. So we got Born Bad. We got Evil Queen. And we got Ursula. Oh, I love Ursula. Ooh, that's a good one. So now I can put those away or use them. Super cool little notions pouch. The needle minder was Bad Girls Have More Fun. Whoops. Oh, somebody remind me that I don't want to do this again. I bought some of their floss drops to try, because why not? Like $5 for 6 of them, I think. I can't remember. And they're a rainbow color. So there's your extra floss hole and the big hole. What an explanation is that? We got a free pattern, and it's just these little smalls of some evil Disney characters. There's Ursula. So that was fun. I wanted to show you for sure that I ordered Top Knot. I got the Cottage Garden threads and Quirky Quakers together. Like, is that a match made in all of that is glorious about the universe? So the Cottage Garden thread put together these duos that are two different threadways on one card that correspond with Quirky Quaker Octopus, Quirky Quaker Crab, say that 10 times fast, and Quirky Quaker Jellyfish. Quirky Quaker is hard enough, and then you add in crab. So yeah, that'll be fun. Love Quirky Quakers, love Cottage Garden threads. Bam. I wish they were done after I did that, like one of those kids' TikTok videos. Or kids, you know. Let me see. Oh, she had some $5 patterns, so I picked this up because I loved the sentiment and I loved the moths and the bees. All will be well. All will be well. Maybe not now, but eventually. I've been through some ups and downs here in the last couple weeks, and this too shall pass. This too shall pass. Okay. All right, guys. Seriously, I could show you things for another hour, so I'm not. I will save some of the really good stuff for next time. Plans are to start my Owl Forest friends while I'm camping. I have, I'm taking B from the BB by the MFE with me because that was my camping stitch last year, and I feel like I need to work on that while I'm camping. Oh, that is Birds from Bernhard's Books by Modern Folk Embroidery. It is a lot easier to say B from the BB by the MFE. I'm also taking And a Forest Grew because I'm in the forest and it's growing. Hopefully not falling on me. And maybe a fine estate. I don't know. I'll probably bring way too many projects and work on maybe 2 because then I'm hoping it's supposed to be cool. It's supposed to be nice and either partly cloudy or sunny. I'm so hopeful. I can sit at the picnic table and stitch and some good light and swim with the dogs and do all the things. Kayak. Look at the birds. Hopefully, maybe I'll see a toonie. Maybe I'll see a toonie. All right, so thank you for being here. If you're so inclined, please like and subscribe. Get a hold of me if you need to, if you have questions, like I said, or, you know, just want to reach out. Try to answer all the comments. I love interacting, so thank you to everybody for leaving comments. You matter. I love you. You're amazing. Keep being you. If everybody in the world was the same, it'd be pretty fucking boring. Just remember that. So you be you. You do you. Stitch what you love, when you love, what you love, when you can, what you like, ever you feel like it. Just do it. Knit, crochet, sew, do all the things, whatever makes you happy. Be happy, or have the happiness that's available to you. I wish everybody the best, always. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you again later. Peace.